Guess who's ran out of ideas? Hello people, today we're doing an indie animation tier list, because that's like the main premise of my channel is like indie animation and stuff. First of all, what classifies as an indie animation? It's whatever Google told me. I typed in indie animation into Google Images, and this is generally what I saw was considered an indie animation. We're doing it all today. Indie web animation, the works. Also, all of these shows, I have seen at least a little bit of it. I have seen all of these shows to some degree. So, there's going to be no, oh, it's going in F tier because I haven't watched it. No, there's going to be none of that. I've seen all of these. There's going to, of course, there's a lot I'm missing. But that's just because I haven't watched it. So, if your show isn't here, then it's because, well, I haven't watched it. And I'll probably get round to it at some point in my life. Anyways, let's just immediately start out strong. With the forefront of all independent animation as of recording. The Amazing Digital Circus. It's a classic. Everyone knows what a digital circus is nowadays. It's everywhere. It's in Japan. It's in America. They've got like a bunch of pop-up stores. They attend conventions constantly. It was all over the fucking internet in late 2023. Made by Glitch Productions. You're going to be seeing a lot of them on this list. And Gooseworks. I had no idea who the hell she was when Digital Circus came out, but I feel like Digital Circus, in my personal opinion, Digital Circus started out kind of mediocre. I'm gonna be real. It was like fine for what it was, but I guess it wasn't properly established yet. But as time has gone on, I guess I've seen more time for it to sizzle. I've seen more of what it's trying to be. So I guess I feel like I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Digital Circus. Like when it first started, I didn't really like it. It was fine. But the more I see it, the more I see the vision. And now I think, yeah, this would be good for people that this is more so geared towards. And I can respect it for that. So, personally, I'm going to start things strong and put it at a low A tier. That's where Digital Circus is going. Now, next up, Murder Drones. Murder Drones, I just have, like, the biggest, out of all of the shows here, I have the biggest attachment to Murder Drones for obvious reasons. If you've ever been on my channel, then you all know that I am heavily attached to Murder Drones. It's the forefront of my entire channel, even though sometimes I wish it wasn't. It really depends, for me, anyways, if you're including the community in the equation. Because on its own, Murder Drones is a really good show. Yes, it has its issues. I'm not going to deny that. It has an extreme amount of issues, like all the plot holes. Why the hell are the drones able to hang out with the regular drones when they need oil to survive? That's like something that I'm so frustrated over in the ending. Yes, the ending was heavily rushed. But that doesn't mean it's not a cool show. That doesn't mean that it really, really appeals to me. Yes, I'm long past my main Murder Drones phase when I was willing to drop $140 just to get a couple of plushes to ship to my location. That was me back in my main Murder Drones phase. But now I'm older, I'm wiser, I wouldn't do that now. I've long past my Murder Drones phase, but I still love the show. It's still really cool. Now, if we're including the community, I fucking hate this piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry guys, but the good parts of the community don't make up for the bad parts in my eyes. Don't let the Murder Drones is the best thing since Jesus Christ propaganda get to you. It isn't. Murder Drones isn't the greatest thing since Jesus Christ. The Murder Drones community has let me have some of the best and worst experiences of my entire life. Best because, I was able to change a lot of lives. It was the way I was able to entertain people through YouTube. That was all good, but I've had some pretty shitty experiences with, like, other people and stuff. That's not been so good. But, tell you what, we're just gonna judge it based on the show itself. And, you know what, personally, I really like Murder Drones. I really like what it's trying to do. I really like what it's trying to achieve. And in the end, it became something very different to what it started, which I don't really like, but I still really like it. So it is going in very, very high A tier. It's not quite S in my eyes. It's not a godsend. Like I said, it's not the best thing since Jesus Christ, but it is getting there. It's close. On the polar opposite, we have Skibidi Toilet. I'm not going to be one of those guys who is just going to say, oh, Skibidi Toilet, bad, it's ruining our youth. I'm not going to be one of those guys. I've watched a bit of Skibidi Toilet. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the Antichrist. But I mean, it's still pretty bad. Like, it's going to have to be like a C from me. Like, I do like the epic fights. That's cool. And of course, we have shit like the characters. I feels like it's trying to be so overly serious, and that's the joke within of itself. But I don't know. It's not the worst. But I do see where people are coming from, especially those earlier ones. Those were not good. Nowadays, they're a lot better, but still, it's just not that great. Animation versus Minecraft. Now, it's up for debate whether or not Animation versus Minecraft and Animator versus Animation are in the same series. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to classify them as two different things. So, Animation versus Minecraft, I think is pretty good. Animation versus Minecraft, I like the storyline, especially with, like, the king. That one was good. That was good stuff. And also, I really like the shorts. I think it works really well in that short form style. I like how... It's really damn impressive how Mr. Alan Becker over here is able to give them all distinct personalities, yet they don't say a single line of dialogue. That's really impressive. I really admire that. That's really, really good. That's a really cool thing to nail. So, and, yeah, it just understands and nails a lot of things and has a lot of characters, which I really understand, and they all put them into Minecraft. I'm not the biggest Minecrafter guy, but which kind of inhibits my enjoyment of this, but I can still understand a lot of this. So for that, I'm gonna put it in Pi B tier. Mostly just because Animator versus Animation is on this list, which we'll get to later. And that outshines it quite a bit, spoiler alert. Pain Girl! Pain Girl, I feel like it's like the most underrated out of all of them. Not many of the people watching this have seen the masterclass that is Pain Girl. Pain Girl, in my eyes, is just a really damn neat show. It is like the dictionary definition of a neat show. And I feel like it really stands out in the way that it's not trying to be the next best thing. It's not trying to be like the next big thing in like indie animation. It's not trying to be the next pillar, the next stepping stone. It's not trying to be bigger than what it actually is. And I really respect it for that. It's intentionally goofy, yet still retains an interesting premise. It has a lot of references and jokes to things that I really like. Like, you could tell that lack of seriousness really went to... It really helped it in the long run. Like, there's parts where the characters, like, ragdoll and stuff. They switched to, like, Gmod graphics in one part. That was really funny. So, Senyo Palo makes a cameo. That's all class. I think it's really, really underrated. It's really, really good. And I'm not just saying that because I bought the $40 plush. I also think the animation is really stylized. It's in the creator, Craze, really unique art style, and I really like it. It's really well animated, and with all of the constant switching outlines, I feel like that's really good. It really does wonders to it. It's just really well made. There's no more else to say about it. And it's like intentionally goofy, and I really respect it for that. Right now it's just a pilot, but I really hope more comes of this, so... It's gonna have to be another A tier. Just above Digital Circus in my eyes. I have a really weird relationship with Spooky Month. Like, on one hand, I used to watch Spooky Month all the time back in the day. it was all I would watch back then. I had a big Spooky Month phase. But then after a while, I just stopped engaging it. Like, back in my day, we only had 3 Spooky Month episodes. It's Spooky Month for Stars, and Spooky Month Unwanted Guest. Those were the only ones I knew back in my day. And, yeah. And it was really good for what it was. Again, nowadays they've kind of expanded it into more of a big connected universe or something. I haven't really watched a lot of the recent ones. I've watched up to Tender Treats. I haven't seen anything past that. But it's pretty good for what I've seen. I'm not as big of a fan as the more recent ones. I do think it kind of, quote, fell off. I felt like it worked a lot more when it was a bit more goofy. But, yeah, it's still good stuff. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of B tier for now. SMG4. Now, SMG4 has, like, the longest run of anything here. It was the precursor to everything made by Glitch Productions. I grew up with a lot of SMG4. Like, with the 2017, 2018, 2019 SMG4. I felt like that was, like, peak SMG4 in my eyes. Apart from, like, the 2014 stuff. The 2014 stuff was... had its own kind of charm, but I liked it during, like, the 2016, 2017, 2018 stuff. Nowadays, it's really, really conflicting with all, like, that puzzle vision and, like, the fuck-ass Karen character. It's just gotten really convoluted. Yes, SMG4 has indeed fell off. So, I'm gonna rank SMG4 based on the errors. So, like early SMG4, it would be, like, a C or D. 2016 to 2019 SMG4 would be at the bottom of A tier. Because that shit was actually really quite good, as goofy as it was. But modern SMG4, I can't put it any higher than a C down there. Indie Cross, also known as the review that will get me cancelled. Yeah, I made a really shitty review not too long ago of this. Please excuse me, guys. I wrote that script at like 2 in the morning. That taught me a lesson. That don't write scripts at like ridiculous times late at night. I won't do that again, because like I made a review of it, but it was just like, I barely emphasized any of the points that I was making in the video. Like, I barely talked about it. Like, I would say something, oh, I don't like it because of this, and then I just wouldn't elaborate. So, that kind of stunk. I liked the part of the beginning, though. That was good. But, I do, contrary to popular belief, I do actually like this show quite a bit. I do like all the crossover of characters. Obviously, the more characters you know, the better you think this show is going to be. But, personally, where it resides with me... It's like a middle B tier. It's still good stuff, but I think there's better ones out there. Something About, also known as the Something series. I'm not entirely sure if this one counts, but I did see it listed in a few indie animation tier lists, so I guess we're counting it. Like, by this extent, we should be doing shit like how it should have ended and stuff like that, but like, I guess we're not doing that. Something About... I watched all the... Similar to, like, Spooky Month, I watched a lot of it growing up. And I just respect it more than I, like, actually genuinely like it. I just respect it a lot. Because, for one reason, it's a Christian channel. It doesn't swear. And I find that really good. Because it's, like... It's funny, like, gun meme kind of humor... without needing to break out the unnecessary violence. Obviously, that's quite contrary to the things I actually make. But I don't know, I could just respect that. So that means it could be, like, engaged by a younger audience. And I just respect it a lot. Especially by the creator. He's sticking to his morals. And I just really, really respect that. And it's good as well. It's well animated. It has that distinct style. And it's just... really, really well done. And, yeah, I just respect it for that. And it's still going to this day, after, like, what, 7 years? That's impressive. And, of course, with Kerbo. Kerbo's amazing. I'm gonna put Something About... Like I said, I respect it more than I actually enjoy it. So, if we're talking about how I respect it, it would be, like, bottom of A tier. But as for the show itself... It's going more like here in B tier. Yeah. Indonesian Cube. Now, Indonesian Cube is quite peculiar because I really, really, really like Indonesian Cube. It's Liam's best show that isn't Murder Drones. It's really, really good. I love the concept. I love the characters. I love the way the lines are delivered. I love how everything's done. I like the weird, slightly suggestive references. That's all good stuff. I love this. To be honest, and yeah, it's all drawn in Liam's distinct style with all the storyboards and stuff. It's really good because Liam was a storyboarder before he, you know, made Murder Drones and stuff. It's really good. He said he just kind of did it as practice for storyboards, but come on, man. I really hope we get that beach episode someday. And I would just love for it to be continued, but it never was. So hopefully we'll get that beach episode someday when Liam hits 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Right, Liam? Okay, so here's my ranking. To be honest, since I basically love Indonesian Cube, if it got continued, it would be an S. It would genuinely be an S. But as of now, as of now and how it stands, it's going at the bottom of A tier. If it got continued, I feel like it could be higher. Now, Anna. Anna was what this video was originally supposed to be. I made this video after I watched Anna completely blind. I didn't look at any reviews. I didn't look at anything for it. I just watched it expecting to be able to pump a review out for it. It was nothing like how I expected it to be. So now I don't really think you can review Anna per se in the traditional sense. You can't really review Anna's just so hard to describe because like it's just so psychedelic feeling, I guess. Like it's just so bamboozling. I've watched all of them except for the last one, and I've played through the game. It's pretty good, but I don't know how to really describe it. I mean, I'll put it in A tier. I'll put it at the bottom of A tier. But I just don't know how to describe Anna. It's just so polarizing. It's just so... I don't know what I felt whilst watching that. But I like the character. I love Anna. Anna's cool. She's voiced by a lot of voice actors, but I really like. And I just like Anna in general. I'll get the plush when I have the money for it. Mocky Show. Mocky Show is the Senyo Palo classic. I'm pretty sure his most viewed video on his YouTube channel is a Mocky Show. But yeah, it's a big Mickey parody. It's a big Mickey Mouse parody. It's very offensive. Oh, but I love the Christmas special that comes out around every year. It's really good. It's really funny. It's like a shut your brain off show. It's funny. It's good. It's like the better brain rot show. It's the superior brain rot show to Skibidi Toilet, but like, I'm gonna put it just above Spooky Month, just because I can appreciate it more in that context, I guess. In the context of it being a brain rotty show. Like, Spooky Month has like teams upon teams of people working on it. Mocky Show, nah, it's just Palo, as far as I know. And it's just funny. It's just funny, man. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. So, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, the YouTube channel is very interesting, and I really like it. I liked the Channel 4 show a little more than the YouTube series, but I still love the YouTube series. It's really good, and my brother first showed it to me. It's weird, because a lot of these indie series, my brother caused me to watch, like Murder Drones. I watched Murder Drones because my brother was pissed off at Kevin, this animator he really liked, what's his name, Kevin Temmer, was now working at Glitch and was going to pause a lot of his work on his animations, and I was like, oh, okay, what's the hold up? So I was like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to check out Murder Drones, and, yeah, look where we are now. But Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is a really damn good show. It's really good, it's really perplexing. It can be creepy, it can be funny, it can be all of those things at once. And the puppeteering is masterful. And bro, I wonder what will happen is such a fucking hard line. I'm gonna say it. It's so crazy. It goes so crazy. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of S. Don't hug me, I'm scared is peak. I wish we got more of it. I wish we will get more of it. The duck song? Who invited bro? I'm just gonna say it. The duck song isn't really an indie animation. You're comparing this to all of these. Like, yes, it's iconic. But it's just that. When comparing it to all of these, like, who decided that this was an indie animation? I'm gonna be real. You can't really compare it to all of these, but I see it in, like, loads of lists of indie animations, so... D tier, I guess, but it's just, like, it's really nothing. It's not really anything, really, but... I can still appreciate it. I can respect it. It's a classic, but... I can't really have an opinion on it. Ultra Jump Mania. It's crazy how we got Ultra Jump Mania before the Metarunner ranking. Personally, I think Ultra Jump Mania is like a very bottom C tier show. It's easily the worst of Glitch's shows, tenfold. Like, it's even worse than Modern SMG4. I'm gonna be saying it. It's just really, really boring. And it's just an attempt to try and be different to Metarunner. It feels like it's trying to be different to Metarunner throughout the whole thing, but it just fails. I'm sorry, man. But it's just kind of like an interesting piece of Glitch's history, I guess. But, like, as a show, it's just kind of shit. I'm sorry. It's not good. It's just really boring. Theo's really annoying. I could elaborate, but I've already talked about it a bunch, so it's just going in the bottom of C tier. I'm sorry. The Gaslight District, the latest of Glitch's shows. The Gaslight District is extremely mixed. Like, some people hate it. People call it too over the top, but people call it, way too much, like really bloated. Personally, I really enjoyed it. I think it's really good. I don't think it's by far the best show Glitch has made. Like, I would put it bottom of A tier. Like, it's still good. It's good. I like it. I like the guns. I like the chemistry between the characters. Like, it's not that the show's fault. It's just that I'm not really crazy about it. But it's pretty good, all things considered. Bottom of A tier, like I said. Madness Combat. Madness Combat, I always get requests for me to review it. But, like, I mean, I've always been watching Madness Combat. But, like, what is really there to review? It's just people shooting each other over and over again. With something that vaguely resembles a storyline. Like, I've watched every one, and I've played the game. I bought the game on Steam, and I've played the classic version on Newgrounds. I've watched every single one, but, like, and I've played Madness Roulette on Newgrounds, but, like, it's not really much of a story, I guess, but you can't, like Enna, you can't review it in the traditional sense, but, like, it's for a different reason. It's just because it doesn't really have a story to review. So, and I mean, I like it for that, but it's just gonna have to go, I can't put it any higher than a B, just because of that. I mean, it's gonna go at the top of B, but, like, still, I can't put it any higher than that, just for the lack of story. I mean, it's still cool, it's still ultra badass, and how well animated everything is. It's, like, all hand animated by crinkles, but yeah, good stuff, but I just can't rank it anything higher than a B. Oh, and I also think a lot of its fans are, like, really, really annoying. But that's a topic for another time. AFF Movie. AFF Movie is a classic. I do feel like it fell off slightly, but that's more just that I feel like the creator, Tom Ska, just feels a bit overworked from doing so many. Which is fair enough, you know. But, like, it's still a classic, man. AFF Movie is still goated. It'll always be goated. This was my... I guess you could say this was my skivvy toilet. My cousin... Or more like my good friends, but they're like cousins to me, come on. My buddy Aman, as we'll call him. My buddy Aman, he came round to my house once, and he showed it to me. And my life was peaked from there. It was class. It was amazing. It was really cool. It was really good. And it's just funny. It's just a series of skits over and over again. It's really good. It's really funny as well. Tom Scar just knows how to Tom Scar just knows how to funny. So, yeah. I'm personally more of a fan of his live action stuff. I find that a bit more funny. But, like, AFF Movie is still really funny, man. So I'm gonna have to put it at the bottom of 8 here. It's just really, really good. It's really, really funny. It's just really, really good. There's nothing else to say about it. Alright, Hell of a Boss. Now, granted, I haven't watched much Hell of a Boss. And it's, like, the second biggest indie animation ever made. Now, Hell of a Boss, I've watched the first 3 episodes. I've watched the pilot and the first 2 episodes. The pilot was pretty dang good. I like the pilot was like a 7.5 out of 10. Interesting idea. Episode 1, pretty solid continuation. Not as good as the last one, 6.5 out of 10. But then episode 2 just fucking bored me. Like, what was going on here? Like, suddenly we have this carnival thing. There's like a couple of mediocre jokes. Now I've got parental abuse and shit. With Stolas. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I've heard that the show just gets more and more like that as it goes along. So, maybe I'll watch the rest of it at some point. Maybe I'll have like a big, I watched every Hell of a Boss episode ever video at some point. But for now, it's just gonna go, like, bottom of B tier. Like, you know, top of C tier, Hell of a Boss. It's gonna go there. Yeah, that feels like a good place to put it. And technically, it's not indie anymore. So, Whippy Catching Up. Everyone knows me as the Catching Up hater. That was like my biggest review I've ever made, was a video where I just completely dogged on Catching Up. Now, I do like some things about it, contrary to popular belief. I like the art style. I like Michael Kovac being in it. He did a pretty good voice. I kind of like the premise, but it's just like, it's just so poorly executed. Like, it just feels so confused on what it wants to be. Like, it could be like a kid's thing, but they like swear and they go to like adult clubs, and it just feels like all the adult references just feel so shoehorned in. Like, if this was like if it didn't swear and didn't make adult references, I feel like this could be like a B, a high B. But it just feels so confused, and the animation is so inconsistent. But I can't give it anything higher than the lowest of C tier. Like, it's just so unbelievably mediocre. Like, I'm sorry, I just can't do it with Catching Up. I'm sorry. Animator vs Animation. Animator vs Animation is animation versus Minecraft taken to the next level. It's got fully original storylines, playing on stuff like Adobe Animate and stuff like that. It's just gotten so big now, but compared to being, like, really big and stuff, like before, like in other shows, it's gotten so big to a point where it's just lost a lot of its charm of the original. No, this just felt like much more of a natural progression of the series, rather than something that took away from any charm of any originals. And I really love it for this. Like, the animation has just gotten so crazy over recently, and the characters go through legitimate story arcs, and they have, like, possess certain abilities, even though they're fucking stick figures and do not talk whatsoever. And when you've done that, that's just really damn impressive, man. So, honestly, bottom of S tier again. It's really class. I'm gonna be real. It's just really, really good. I really, really like it. Just go watch it for yourself. It's really good. Especially with the new season they're doing. With all, like, the prison and caption with, like, Victim and his wife. Fuck-ass wife. It's really good. It's really, really good. 100% deserves the success. Lackadaisy. People ask me for a Lackadaisy review when they realize I've already done one. Yes, it was ages ago, and I sound like a dying weasel. But yes, I've done one, and I thought it was very, very neat. I thought it was very, very good. Can't wait to see more of it. But for what we have, it's fine. It's good. It's just good. It's just plain good. There's not more else to say about it. I like the premise. I like a lot of it. It's an already established webcomic, I know. But from what I've seen of it, it's really good. It might be a little bit better than Anna. Or... I mean, but if we're counting the game, then it's not. But it's just gonna go here, in A tier. Above the Gaslight District, below Anna, if we're counting the game. Metarunner. Metarunner is very peculiar because I have only ever watched the first season, and that was in like 2020. I watched like half the second season, but then I just dropped off after that. But from what I watched, from what I remember, it was really quite good. It was really solid. I just binged the whole thing in one night, and it was good. It was really quite good. Especially season 1. I've heard, but it kind of fell off after season 1. But from what I've heard of it, from what I've watched, and from what I remember, it was really quite good. I really like it. So, like, this might change depending on the season. But personally for me, Metarunner, or season 1 at least, goes around here. In A tier. There we are. Sunset Paradise. Sunset Paradise is the absolute butt of the joke when it comes to, like, joking about indie animation, especially between me and my brother. Like, Sunset Paradise is always the damn butt of a joke. We always make fun of how much it failed, how shitty it was, all the Friday Night Funkin' references in it. But realistically speaking, it was not that bad. Like, it's just fine. Bottom of, like, top of C tier, bottom of B tier stuff. Like, I haven't watched all of it. I've only watched a couple of episodes. But, like, it's fine. I don't really feel any motivation to watch the rest of it. And you really need context from, like, SMG4 to understand what's going on. So, top C tier, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, God. Game Tunes! Game Tunes! You were the chosen one! You were supposed to be the one to beat shitty content farm things and be a break from them, not join them! Okay, so basically Game Tunes, back in the year about Lord 2020, when Among Us and Fall Guys and stuff was really popular, they had this series called Logics, where basically they would take pre-existing games and add stuff like storylines, characters, and they would talk. And they would do really cool stuff, and they would, like, engage in the community a lot. But over time, the more games they did, the more they lost things, and the more, like, brain-rotty they became, the more of a content farm they are, to the point where they are just a content farm now. They are just really, really shit. I'm sorry. The more shows they tried to do, the more ones they tried to do. Nowadays, they're doing, like, Italian brain rot shit. I don't know, but who invited bro? He's going to the bottom of F tier. Fuck you. I just hate Game Tunes with an absolute burning passion. I just hate it. Now, next up, Tankman. Tankman is good if you like dick jokes. Tankman is just like a neat little series by Johnny Utah. It's very, very, very neat. I like it for what it was. We didn't get a whole lot of it. But it was good. It wasn't trying to be anything more than what it was, I guess. So I guess I'm going to have to put it just below Spooky Month. Before C tier. Just at the bottom of B right there. Yeah, it's pretty good. The Backrooms. None of the Backrooms is live action, so I guess we're going to count it. I see it ranked in a lot of indie animation stuff. It's getting a movie now, so I don't know. We're talking about specifically the series made by that one guy, you know, the popular one. I think the Backrooms is really quite good. It's really, I especially like the ones where there's like multiple people. I have watched a fair share of them, not watched all of them, but I've watched like 4 of them or so. But the ones I watched, they're really quite good. They like really show off the lore of the Backrooms, I guess, and it really imitates that feeling of, you know, liminal spaces and stuff. There's not much more else to say other than I quite like it. So, it's going just below. It's going around here, I would say. Maybe a bit better than Indie Cross, yeah. Yeah, I would say that's a good place to put it. Cliffside. Cliffside is, pretty good. The animation isn't the best, obviously. It relies a bit too much on tweening for my likes, and for my liking. It relies a bit too much on tweening for my liking, and I do think Indonesian Cube is a bit better, and it just personally appeals a bit more to me, but it still has that classic Liam charm and art style. It's just really good. It's really impressive that he was able to make this for, like, final project to, like, prove his worth. I'm pretty sure he made this as, like, a school project or something. But, yeah, it's really, really impressive. It's really good. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get any more of it in any time in the future. But it's still really damn good. I would put it around here. Yeah, that's good. And Has-Been Hotel. It's not really an indie animation anymore. I watched the first episode of it on Amazon. It's fine. It just has a lot of swearing in it. It's worse than Other Boss, in my opinion. It goes like... It goes like here. Okay, that's my ranking. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with me. Let me know your ranking of indie animations. Next time, I'm probably gonna watch Eddsworld or something. I'm sorry about I wasn't there, but I haven't watched it yet. Bye!